republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, could you call the roll? Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Parking Authority, and Joint Powers Authority. We're going to take comments for open session. You can dial in 888-251-2949 or 215-861-0694. For today, the access code is 157-1707 pound. Wait 3 seconds and press pound again. Operator, are there any callers?
There are no callers.
Are there any speakers at the library lecture hall for the agenda?
Yeah, Marvin McCoy's second district. Go through a couple of things. Had an opportunity to go over the agenda. Let's see. Call the section. Yeah. Item 5 is that consent calendar. Police Department, when are we going to go to the progressive? I see a lot of expenditures recently in the police department. You see a lot of expenditures. But when are we gonna start back the police commission meetings, talking about uniforming IPD with body cams? There's a lot of money being spent on the police department. Plus, there was an agenda item last week with a retail lease space where we're spending $1, but we're spending $250,000 to reconfigure it. But yet you're bleeding officers left and right, and from what I know right now, we don't have a functioning police chief, but yet he's signing reports. That's amazing. Jesus heals, I bet. The usual, these invoices that come in out of nowhere, and they just get paid after the fact. The usual stuff. And let's see, staff report and council, blah, 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 blah. That's pretty much consistent with putting a lot of companies out of business with the zoning amendments and ordinance. And something I wanted to bring up last week, I didn't have a chance to bring up. There was a special permit meeting for, I guess,
for this
LL
agenda,
Cool J's
sir?
opening up.
Sir, that's not for this agenda. You're going to have to
Yes, it is,
stick
sir.
with
It's
the current agenda.
I'm sorry, sir, we're having this thing where you're walking that fine line, once again, of violating freedom of speech. Once again, we're on the ordinance, Economic Community Development Department, which is zoning. Which
No,
is
sir,
a
you can't
very-
just say
Sir,
a broad topic like zoning.
Once again,
What you have to do is
I'm
you have to
talking about
speak-
zoning.
You have to stick to an
It's
item
correlated,
that's on the
sir,
agenda.
come on, my friend.
Correlation is not good enough. You need to stay with a specific item.
What do you determine now? You're telling people what to think? I'm not Melanie McDade. Are you gonna allow me to finish and give my time back? Once again, it needs to be consistent where it's fair for everybody across the board. Somebody should not be able to come in under the guise of a different name and then pop up, here's LL Cool J's hair salon. It seems like you guys are selling out to rich people again.
Are there any other speakers?
We have another speaker, Mayor.
Good afternoon, Council. I just wanted to say that I don't think you should adopt the 01 on the ordinance for the Economic Community Development Department. We had a lot of people that came here and were talking about things they didn't understand. It wasn't really explained well to the council or to the community. I also kind of agree with Marvin about the economic development for the rezoning of different things. We need more information about what exactly they plan on doing, so I definitely don't think that you should pass this ordinance today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
No other speakers, Mayor.
We'll close public comment. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Madam City Clerk. Council members, successor agency members, and housing authority members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk. Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. We're going to go to the consent calendar, items 2 through 9.
So move.
Second.
Madam City Clerk?
Yes, council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Departmental reports, DR1.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve the Fourth Amendment to Agreement Number 10-66 with Sky Posters, Inc. to extend the display of super graphic wall sign outdoor advertising.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR2.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members approve the Fifth Amendment to Agreement Number 10-68 with Pearl Media LLC to extend the display of super graphic wall sign outdoor advertising.
So move.
Second.
Second.
Madam City Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR3.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt a resolution adopting the Affordable Housing Waiting List Policy Manual and authorizing the city manager or designee to amend the manual from time to time and as necessary without city council approval, provided that amendments are reported at the next available city council meeting.
So move.
Second.
Madam City Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Setting public hearings, SPH 1.
Staff report requesting that the mayor and council members set a public hearing to consider General Plan Amendment 2023-001 for adoption of the 2021 through 2029 Inglewood housing element.
Set the public hearing for February 14th, 2023 at 2 p.m. SPH 2.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members set a public hearing to consider adoption of a relocation plan for the Inglewood Transit Connector project.
Set the public hearing for March 14th, 2023 at 2 p.m. 01.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt ordinance number 23-07, approving zoning code amendment 2022-005 to modify miscellaneous regulations in Chapter 12 of the Inglewood Municipal Code related to residential accessory structures, downtown Inglewood Development Standard Consistency, cosmetology schools, liquor store state code references, signage regulations consistency, and floor area definition citywide.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Second.
Madam City Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Move adoption.
Second.
Second.
Madam City Clerk?
Council members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. A1.
Thank you, Mayor. We had a closed session regarding McDade Dickens versus City of Inglewood. As to that, a status of the case was provided to the City Council. Absent from the meeting was Councilman Morales. And as to A2, there's no reports from the City Attorney's Office.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager, CM1. Madam City Clerk, CC1.
Thank you, Mayor. No report.
Let me pause for a minute.
I was going to say what?
Not today.
Madam City
I was
Clerk,
thinking that too, but I didn't say anything.
take her temperature. Get a doctor in here. Okay. Okay. I see you. CC2.
Monthly Treasurer's Report for the month ending November 30th, 2022.
Receive and file. The successor agency is in session. CSA 2.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on December 6th, 2022 and December 13th, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Successor agency members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. CSA 3.
Monthly Treasurer's Report for the month ending November 30th, 2022.
Receive and file. Will adjourn the successor agency, the Housing Authority is in session. H2.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on December 6th, 2022 and December 13th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Housing Authority members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Falk.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. H3.
Monthly Treasurer's Report for the month ending November 30th, 2022.
Receive and file. Wait a minute, hold a second. Did you say H2 or H3?
We did H3, sir.
We did H3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll adjourn the Housing Authority. The Parking Authority is in session, P1.
Approval of the minutes of the meeting held on December 13th, 2022.
Move approval.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Parking Authority members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. We'll adjourn the Parking Authority. JPA is in session, JPA 1.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings held on December 6th, 2022 and December 13th, 2022.
So moved. Move.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Joint Powers Authority members Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Chairman Buds.
Aye. JPA 2.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending November 30th, 2022.
Receive and file. Adjourn the JPA. There are no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment for 1 minute. Any persons wishing to address the City Council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered may do so at this time. Operator, any callers?
There are no callers.
Okay, and then we'll go to the Library Lecture Hall.
Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to make my comments to the great city of Inglewood. I want to speak to you about a brilliant doctor, Dr. Charles Lieber is his name. He is, what I was saying, brilliant, but he used his brilliance to alter a virus that's affecting the world globally. He was prosecuted for what he did. He was convicted, but he hasn't been sentenced. So I hope to make the city of Inglewood aware of what he's able to do. So if you get an opportunity, take a look at his record. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other speakers?
Yes, Mayor.
City Council, I just wanted to commend the city on the presentation of the Inglewood Transit Connector. I was able to go to the Miracle Theater and speak to the people that are working on the project. It was very well put together. They gave a lot of information to the residents of the city, and I think that we should get the word out to more people so people from the neighborhood can find out what's really going on with the transit connector. And also, I know we had the homeless count the other night. I don't know if Inglewood participated. I did receive a text message that stated that Inglewood didn't participate and that it was said that we don't have any homeless. We absolutely do have homeless people here in our city who need assistance from the city and from the county, and I do think it needs attention. And also, we did have another murder here in Inglewood, California at the Superior Market the other night, so we need more police force and we need more protection here in the city. Thank you.
Ms. Davidson? Yes, sir. We absolutely do have homeless here, and the count's probably up somewhere in the round of 35 to 40% from when it was taken 2 years ago, a little over 700 people. It really depends on whether or not the people in the underpasses and the freeway Caltrans area get counted, which is not Inglewood proper. And that would definitely explain, you know, a difference in the numbers. But no one here is saying there are no homeless in Inglewood, but compared to our representation in the county of Los Angeles, we have a very, very diminished number. And I want to thank you for your compliments, too.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Are there any other speakers?
Yes, Mayor.
Good afternoon, Council. My
Good
name
afternoon.
is Ms. Banks, Shirley Banks, and I'm here to complain about the street construction again.
You're going to have
that's
to go a
going
little
on.
closer to the microphone.
I'm complaining about the construction on the city, that, on the street that where I live on Osage and Nutwood. And the workmen are there today, but they haven't been there for several days, and the streets, corners there where I live are dangerous, and it's inconvenient. The time, whoever wrote those signs, street signs up, didn't make it very clear, didn't clarify the parking situation, because they start the restriction at 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. So it's not clear how they expect us to understand when we're supposed to park there, because I don't have a garage, and I need a place without having to walk 3 or 4 blocks down from where I live to park. And also, I was concerned about the election coming up, and I wanted to do something to help encourage the voters to come out and vote for the candidate that I choose. And another thing, I'd like to know what's going on with this property.
Ma'am, you're
on
a little over
Prairie-
time right now. Let's try and get one more point and wrap it up.
Prairie and Manchester, and Prairie and Kelso, those unsightly lots there. What is the city planning to do? I'd like to know about that.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate your input. Are there any other speakers?
I thought it was 3 minutes, 1 minute. Oh, yes, I'm looking at the minutes for December 13th and December 6th. I don't know if they have been approved yet. I do see that there are funds that are been allocated to the Housing Department, Housing Authority Department. And so therefore, I would like to know, once these are approved, will the Housing Authority Program Department go back and pull people off the list that are on the TBRA and on the MTBRA. And since the COVID-19 rental release has been over with. So I just would like to know, because these programs have been to effect, people have been on the waiting list since I don't know when, and I was told you're supposed to stay on it for 10 years. But if you have funds, I would like to know, once this is approved, we can call the Inglewood Housing Department.
Okay, ma'am, I would definitely recommend that you check in with housing. I do know this, that there is a list, as you've noted, and as we come to people on the list and you're qualified, then you're interviewed and subject to placement. I do believe the COVID relief program is expired now.
Yes.
And that's, I think, the best I can answer you right now. But I would definitely recommend that you call the housing department and try and seek some information on where you are in placement, all right?
Okay, I certainly will. Thank you.
You're very welcome, ma'am.
No other speakers, Mayor.
With that, we'll close public comment. We'll move to the mayor and council remarks. Councilman Dodson, District 1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank everybody that came out at Osage for the breakfast. The food was good, and we had a lot of good conversation. I wish the young lady who spoke would have come in. She could have got some answers. I wanted to also ask you, if you are in District 1 and you want information that's going on in District 1, you should sign up for my newsletter at tblack@cityofinglewood.org. That newsletter will pretty much get you up to date to what we're doing in District 1. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, and everybody have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Thank you, Mayor. Just, want to go over a couple of things real quick. We've always told the public, you never have to worry about having to come in to a council meeting, and although we appreciate you making the effort to come down and have your time to make your concerns known, but we also encourage you not to have to wait for Tuesday to do that. Please feel free to reach out to any of us or any of our departments if you have any questions or concerns about something.
don't just hold it, oh my goodness, I'm gonna hold this till next Tuesday, and then let me ask, right? You can call, like the question about the housing, you can call Mr. Chavez, who's the director of the housing department, and his phone number is 310-412-5221. And you can ask to speak with him as you can with any of our department heads, right? And then they will direct you to the appropriate person and answer your concerns, so you don't have to wait for Tuesday. I'm just trying to make things a little easier for some folks. That being said, I want to thank Cinder Ellers from the police department. She's the one that oversaw and supervised the homeless count for the city of Inglewood. She did an outstanding job. And I also want to thank our community members that came out to support, to help us do this homeless count. It was, myself and Councilwoman Dion Falk were there to give our support, lend our support to the folks that were going out to do the counting. Our other nonprofit or service organizations that also showed up from LASA and from other areas to help us get this count correct. As the mayor said, and as folks have mentioned, every community has a homeless concern, a homeless issue. And we are all trying to do our best to deal with it, to help folks help themselves. And so this homeless count was important for all of us. And when I say us, I'm talking about cities, communities, everywhere. So thank you to everybody that came out to do that. Mayor, this past few days, we lost a very important member of our family here, a city employee, Leonka Cahy, who worked for the city for over 20 years, assistant HR director. She passed away a few days ago, and may she rest in eternal peace, and I ask that you close in her honor and in her memory. Thank you.
You're welcome. Councilwoman Dion Falk, District 4.
Thank you, Mayor. So just want to echo what Councilman Padilla was saying about the homeless count. Want to thank our community liaison officer, Cinder Eller, like Councilman Padilla said, and she did an amazing job organizing our community, our stakeholders here. Everybody came out, they participated, and it was a really good event, well organized. So want to give her a big shout out. Also, I attended the ITC open house, and that was a really great event over at the Miracle Theater. And there was lots of community members that came out to the ITC open house as well. They got lots of information, like one of our community members just spoke on. Our Lisa Trefoletti, our consultant organizer, she did an excellent job. Want to give her a big shout out for her efforts. And I also want to thank the owner of Miracle Mile. His name is Owen. I can't remember his last name. Thank you, Owen, for opening up your house to this wonderful project that will be coming to the city of Inglewood. I also attended Delta Sigma Theta sororities event with Mayor Butts. He's probably going to touch on it too. He brought welcome remarks. He did a fantastic job, and was there to support him and to support that sorority. Some of our board members, Carlos McGee and Margaret Evans, were on there too. I want to especially thank Mayor Butts for coming out, because I don't know how often you hear it, Mayor, but you always make time for the little organizations. You come out and you support, you bring remarks. You're a very busy man, but we appreciate you so much. You're a rock star to us, and I just wanted to let you know that. So thank you so much. He did an excellent job. Lastly, I attended this is outside of Inglewood, but it's very important to me. I attended the Black College Expo at the Los Angeles Convention Center, and it's a great opportunity for kids in the urban cities like ours to be able to go participate. There's an opportunity for them to apply to a lot of historically Black colleges and universities. And so I wanted to bring attention to that event. our kids were there, City of Inglewood seniors, they go, they participate. It's a great event for them and a great opportunity for them to be able to have more chances to get accepted into more colleges and universities. So just a really good week, a lot of great wonderful events happening in the city of Inglewood, and I was just always so happy to be able to participate and support the event. And again, big shout out to you, Mayor, for supporting Delta Sigma Theta, their Founders Day this year. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a very enjoyable event, and after somebody says you're fantastic, you don't say anything else after that, so I thank you for your assessment. We've been pursuing, funding for the Inglewood Transit Connector for going on 4 years now. We, in the first round of grants from the Transit and Intercity Rail Capital Program from Cal STA for the state of California, we received about $95.2 million, which was approximately 20% of all the funds that were awarded that year. And we've used that money to pursue architectural, consultant, legal, environmental impact studies, to acquire parcels. And now we're coming to the end of the process, which will culminate in December of this year. However, we've reached an important milestone. We received $423 million as an allocation from the county from Measure R funds. But today, about 4 hours ago, we received a critical $407 million grant from the Transit and Intercity Rail Capital Program. Looks so much better up on the board, too.
That's awesome.
And I can't tell you how important it was, because this was the amount that we have in our grant application with the Federal Transportation Administration for the final $750 million. If we don't get this $407 million, our dream of being a leader in the country as it relates to forwarding mass transportation, making the city more livable, would have died somewhat. We would have used the funds that were granted for a combination of shuttles and buses and other modalities, but this keeps the dream of being number one alive. And so I want to congratulate the staff. I want to congratulate Lisa Trifoletti and Trifoletti Consulting. I want to thank the council for the confidence they've given me to lead the project as a CEO. And, we don't sit here and vote on every individual piece, because that's not how you win. And we voted on the big things. And so now we are one step away from being the only city of our size in this country to run a $1.6 billion modality like this. And so, congratulations to the city of Inglewood. Once again, there were only 3 grants issued, and we were one of them.
Nice.
So congratulations, Inglewood. And we're going to close for Lianca K. Just a wonderful person. And she will be sorely missed. We're adjourned.